Hey everybody, today is Thursday, the 21st of June, July, bleh. And today they announced the pre-orders for Star Wars The Old Republic. I was woken up by a phone call from a friend telling me, oh, all the collector's editions have sold out on their website. And I'm like, oh, well, that's not a big deal. I mean, there are other versions, you know. I run downstairs, I hit the internet. Turns out you can pre-order it through a whole bunch of places. The one that ran out of pre-orders was the EA Origin store. They ran out from their personal distributor. But I was able to pre-order a collector's edition from GameStop because I didn't like how there was very little information on the collector's edition on the Best Buy website. And I've never been a big fan of Walmart. Oh well. Anyways, I went ahead and pre-ordered that because I'm a sucker for Star Wars. And it's expensive. But it comes with a lot of stuff. But it's expensive. But they wrote all new music for the game, so I don't know. It's a toss-up, really. I don't know when I'm going to be getting it, but I do fully expect an early access code to hit my mailbox when Tor actually launches, so I can ensure that my guild gets converted into the game properly. I'll put a link to my guild page in the description box, or doobly-doo, or dangly-doo, or what have you. Anyways, last night I was on Star Trek Online with my two usual buddies, and they were going head-to-head testing out new builds and new strategies and stuff like that. So time goes on and I'm messing around on my character. I'm doing stuff. I'm changing out my ground kit and things like that. And eventually I go head to head against my friend who's in the fleet escort. No, not fleet escort. Advanced escort. The other friend had the fleet. So I'm in a tactical escort refit. One of my friends is in a tactical escort refit, and my other friend is in an advanced escort. He really likes his advanced escort, so no problems there. It's awesome. So he and I go head-to-head. Advanced escort versus tactical escort refit. And after he had just done several rounds with the other guy. And he trashed the other guy most of the time. But only after changing strategies to adapt to him. For me, we went head-to-head, and he couldn't adapt to my strategy, apparently. I hate to say it, because, you know, I like having an ego and all, but I didn't actually have a strategy aside from shooting. Yeah. I mean, you know, you come out of cloak, and I heard the chatter between the two of them when they were going head-to-head and, you know, complaining about each other, good-naturedly, of course. And, you know, it's all good fun. But I'm like, damn, I really don't want to lose. So I just kind of played. I never expect to win a player versus player match. However, when I do, it's awesome. And I get giddy. But it's really hard to explain my approach to combat in this situation. It's not me versus him. It's my ship and crew versus his ship and crew. It's more than personal. It's hard to explain. And I'm also, he says I closed into knife fighting range, and I stayed on him the entire time. Now that is true. Now, admittedly, it's because I don't mess around with my throttle speed. I stay at full throttle, and I work with it. I'm the kind of guy who, in a flight simulator of sorts, just does this. Actually, that's not entirely true. In a case where a flight sim doesn't have collision, or has limited collision, but you don't take damage from it, I actually tend to ram them and stay there. However inconvenient it may be for me. Now, my ship is extremely nimble, has a smaller hitbox, but it doesn't really matter. It's just It's really hard to explain. I just do it. And I won, except for once. Then later, I took on the other tactical escort refit, and I beat him rather handily, even though he did acquit himself extremely well. And he's a bastard, and you know you're a bastard. Oh my god, you're a bastard. Alright, we had a rule. No cloaking, because we both have cloaking devices. If we both cloak at the beginning of the match, we will never find each other. So, first 4 matches. Yeah, first 4 fights. Neither of us cloak. I'm coming up on him for the 5th one. He's behind this massive asteroid. And he's up top, and I'm coming from below, and I'm kind of edging my way around, and I'm preloading some buffs and things like that. And I'm coming around, and I look where he was, and he's not there anymore. And then all of a sudden, I see him just shimmer out of cloak. Oh, you bastard! He knows he's a bastard. You know you're a bastard! Anyways. After that match, I beat him all 5 times. After that match, I went head-to-head with the advanced escort while flying my engineering officer in the USS Iowa. Let me put it this way. The ship is not only durable, but it has a lot of healing capabilities. It's an engineering officer. He's a tank. So you take a DPSer and throw him against a tank. What's going to happen? A tank who can heal himself. And a DPSer who can heal himself. Well, here's what happened. The first kill took forever. I shocked him with how powerful Miracle Worker is. And he learned that he has much better speed than I do. So he runs away, heals, comes back. Meanwhile, I've healed. Comes back, full spread, full forward torpedo spread, and full barrage with his forward cannons. And it doesn't matter because I have reverse shield polarity and brace against impact, which basically, brace against impact nullifies the torpedoes, and reverse shield polarity nullifies his beam weapons. And game, set, match. He doesn't have reverse shield polarity at all. So basically I nickel and dime him to death while staying relatively cozy at the plus 50% hull range. I let him get me down to about 30% once, somewhere 30-40%, mostly because I was waiting for a different heal to finish cooling down. I was waiting for Miracle Worker. Miracle Worker had like 4 seconds left on it, and I was like, okay, I can deal 4 seconds. So I went from like 80% to 40% in those 4 seconds. And then I hit it and everything came back, and he was pretty pissed. My friend who flies the tactical escort refit said effectively that I'm the better pilot out of the 3 of them, because it's come down to being a better pilot. Now, we know each other's equipment, we know each other's tactics pretty well. One of them's, the advanced escort, is still adjusting his tactics, but, you know, for some reason, I'm surprised I'm actually good at something. Until next time.